Last year, a 78-year-old woman in Okinawa quietly stunned a team of researchers. She could rise from the floor without using her hands, twist and turn with the balance of someone half her age, and even reported sleeping through the night without pain. When asked how she maintained such mobility, she simply smiled and said, "I move my body before I dream." That single line caught the scientist's attention because she wasn't talking about yoga, walking, or gym workouts. She was referring to a few gentle, strange movements she did every night, right there in bed. No fancy stretches, no sweating, just small, deliberate motions that signaled her muscles to stay young and active even as she sleeps. And here's the fascinating part. Studies now show these nighttime micro-movements can improve blood flow, maintain muscle mass, and even support brain health, especially for adults over 60. Before I explain how these movements work and how you can do them tonight, I'd love to know your age and where you're watching from. Drop it in the comments below. It's always wonderful seeing our strong, wise community from all around the world. Now, let's talk about these unusual Japanese bedtime habits that might just change how you age without ever leaving your bed. Let's start with the first one, something known in Japan as the pelvic wave. It looks almost too simple to matter, but it's actually one of the most powerful movements you can do to preserve your core strength, balance, and even bladder control. Here's how it works. While lying flat on your back, knees slightly bent, you gently tilt your pelvis upward, hold for a moment, then relax it back down. That's it. Slow, controlled, rhythmic, almost like a quiet wave running through your hips. Why does this work so well? Because your pelvic muscles, especially the small stabilizers around your hips and lower spine, are among the first to weaken with age. When that happens, it doesn't just affect balance. It affects how you walk, how you stand up from a chair, and even how your digestion and posture behave. Japanese rehabilitation specialists often teach this movement as a form of micro-core training. It activates the deep muscles, the transverse abdominis and pelvic floor without strain. A 2018 study from Kyoto University showed that just 10 minutes of gentle pelvic activation before bed improved lower body strength and spinal flexibility in older adults within 8 weeks. And here's something even more surprising. Participants also reported better sleep. That's because this slow, rocking motion calms the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your brain that helps you relax, digest, and fall asleep. If you want to try it tonight, here's a simple guide. Lie flat, hands resting on your belly. Inhale as you gently press your lower back into the bed. Exhale as you lift your pelvis slightly toward the ceiling. Just a small lift, not a full bridge. Repeat for 1 minute, rest, and repeat again. It's a quiet movement, but over time, it helps retrain your body to stabilize your spine naturally, without the strain of crunches or sit-ups. Now, let's move to the second movement, one that looks strange but feels incredible. It's called the shoulder flow roll, and it's one of the secrets behind the graceful, pain-free posture seen in many older Japanese adults. If you've ever woken up with stiffness in your shoulders or neck, this one's for you. Lying comfortably on your back, you simply roll your shoulders in slow circular motions, first forward, then backward, keeping your arms relaxed at your sides. Here's why it works. Most people over 60 develop what's called postural rigidity. That's when the small stabilizing muscles around the scapula, the shoulder blades, stop activating properly. This creates stiffness in the upper back, tension headaches, and even restricts your breathing. The shoulder flow roll gently restores circulation to these neglected muscles. It improves lymphatic drainage, which helps reduce inflammation and stiffness. In Japan, physical therapists often recommend this before bed because it resets your posture from a long day of sitting or hunching forward. There's also something beautifully symbolic about it. Rolling the shoulders backward literally opens the chest,
helping your lungs expand and your mind relax. Deep, unhurried breathing follows naturally. Scientific studies back this up. A 2021 paper in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that simple scapular mobility exercises improved sleep quality, shoulder flexibility, and mood in adults over 65, especially when done before bed. Here's how you can do it tonight. Lie back, feel your shoulders sink into the bed. Inhale as you lift and roll them forward. Exhale as you draw them down and back. Imagine your shoulder blades gliding smoothly under your skin. Do this slowly, about 5 forward rolls, then 5 backward. If you feel a gentle warmth in your upper back or a slight release around your neck, that's perfect. That's your circulation waking up, even before you drift off to sleep. Now, on to the third movement, my personal favorite because it's deceptively simple yet deeply powerful for your circulation and joints. It's called the ankle pump pulse.
If you've ever had swelling in your legs, cold feet at night, or felt that heavy, restless leg sensation, you'll love this one. The concept is straightforward. While lying down, you flex your feet up and down, pulling your toes toward you, then pointing them away, in a steady, gentle rhythm. What's happening here is more than just foot movement. You're activating the calf muscles, often called the second heart, because they help pump blood and lymph fluid back up toward your heart. When you're sitting or lying still for long periods, circulation slows, especially in the lower legs. Over time, this can lead to stiffness, nighttime cramps, and even varicose veins. But when you gently pulse your ankles, you're keeping your blood and oxygen flowing, feeding your muscles and brain while you rest. Japanese sleep physiologists often include this movement in nighttime routines for seniors, not just for circulation, but for brain health. That's because better blood flow to the brain improves the clearance of metabolic waste, the toxins that can accumulate overnight. One study from Osaka University showed that older adults who performed simple ankle and toe flexion exercises before bed had 25% fewer nighttime leg cramps and reported waking up with lighter legs after 2 weeks. Here's how to do it. Lie on your back, legs extended. Slowly pull your toes toward your shins as you inhale, then point them away as you exhale. Continue this pulsing motion for 60 seconds, pause, and then repeat. You'll feel your calves gently contract and release like a quiet heartbeat in your legs. Now, what makes these 3 movements so interesting isn't that they're new. It's that they're so small, most people overlook them. But Japanese elders have mastered the art of doing less with more awareness. They understand that the nervous system doesn't need big, aggressive movements to stay young. It needs consistency, rhythm, and flow. Each of these movements, the pelvic wave, the shoulder flow roll, and the ankle pump pulse, works together like a gentle tune-up for your entire body. They activate your deep muscles, improve circulation, and calm your mind all in under 10 minutes. And you don't even need to get out of bed. Imagine this. You finish your day, brush your teeth, lie down, and before picking up your phone or closing your eyes, you give your body a few quiet minutes of movement. No pressure, no strain, just rhythm. Within weeks, you'll notice subtle changes, less stiffness when you wake, steadier balance when you walk, and maybe even deeper, more restful sleep. That's what Japanese longevity culture is built on. Daily mindful maintenance. Not workouts, not intensity, just consistency. Here's what's fascinating from a scientific point of view. When you move gently before sleep, you're not only keeping your muscles active, you're also improving your body's ability to recover. Gentle motion triggers a process called myofascial hydration. It helps your connective tissues absorb water and nutrients while you rest. That's why people who do small nighttime stretches wake up feeling looser and lighter. And because these movements stimulate your vagus nerve, the main nerve that controls relaxation, they also lower nighttime heart rate and reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that interferes with deep sleep. So in a way, these bedtime movements don't just keep your body young, they keep your nervous system young too.
Now, let's bring it back to you. If you're over 60 and you've noticed your flexibility or strength slowly fading, I want you to try these tonight. Not tomorrow, tonight. Start with 1 minute of each. Do the pelvic wave. Feel your spine gently move. Do the shoulder flow roll. Feel your chest open. Do the ankle pump pulse. Feel your legs wake up. Then take 3 slow, deep breaths. And just notice how your body feels softer, calmer, more alive. That's the language your body understands: movement, breath, and rhythm. These movements aren't about exercise, they're about communication. You're reminding your body, I still need you. Stay strong, stay flexible, stay awake. And if you do that, even for 5 minutes a night, your body will respond. It always does. So before you fall asleep tonight, give your body the same care the Okinawan woman did. A few quiet moments of motion before you dream. Your muscles will remember. Your nerves will thank you. And your mornings will start to feel easier, lighter, and stronger, day by day. If you found this helpful, I'd love to know which of these 3 movements you'll try first. Tell me in the comments: pelvic wave, shoulder flow roll, or ankle pulse. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Senior Support, and share it with a friend who wants to age with grace, strength, and vitality. Because the secret isn't in doing more, it's in doing the right things, consistently, with purpose. Now, go ahead, move before you dream.